What is up, everybody? Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside with me, Aaron Scholl. How's it going? Today's date is March 11th, 2025. If you're new here, hey, welcome. Like I said, I'm Aaron. This is my podcast, Cast Me Outside. It sort of acts as a video journal, and sometimes it acts as a place where I discuss broader topics. And then usually towards the end, I'll find an advice online and give advice and riff on that. So, welcome. It's a Monday through Friday show. All things being equal, that's subject to change. So let's just get into it. We had the weekend, man. It feels like so long. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing when the weekend feels like it's been so long? Does that mean I'm living a busy, active life? Let's recreate my life. Oh, yesterday, shit. I feel so bad. On Monday, I have these episodes, and I don't feel bad, but I'm embarrassed. My Monday episode, I'm usually like, oh, I have a week of growth, so I just like look like a shaggy mess. And then Tuesday's episode, I'm all shaved and stuff because I get my shit together Monday night. And I'm like, I can't be at work like this with my facial hair like this all week. So I usually get that shit nibbed in the butt. What have I been up to? So what, this weekend, Friday? I think I went out on Friday. and it was like kind of rough at times. That caused me to stay in on Saturday. I don't know. Actually, I should be a little bit more grateful. What happened? On Friday, I thought I had the master plan. I thought I was going to have like the best, most productive night ever. I thought I was going to like record, post, go to the gym, go do a spot of comedy, go hang out with a girl. What happened was I recorded, posted, went to the gym. The comedy spot fell through. The girl fell through. At least I will say in her defense, like she gave me a story that I'm kind of like giving the side eye to, but you know, it's about screening. It's about reps and stuff. I think I'm just mad because I thought I had unlocked the key, which was just like be fun, be consistent, and talk to them on the phone. You know, we made the plans over the phone, so it felt a little bit more solid. And the plans were like, you know, within like a 5-hour window, so it felt like the momentum was all there. But then she was like, my on and off again boyfriend's in the hospital. Right, my on and off again boyfriend from the hospital we had a moment where I'm second guessing things. Whatever. Funny. Kind of funny. I was a little butthurt, but not like in a major way, just because it just felt so close to hitting that goal of like getting back on the horse after the breakup. And then I went to just the comedy club, which was actually nice because I got to kind of just hang out with my comedian friends, and that was really good. But then, in a moment of I don't know, not anxiety, just excitement, being wrapped up in the momentum, I went downtown, and obviously this was after a work day in the gym, and then socializing at the bar, and then I'm going downtown solo, so it's like I definitely didn't show up with my tanks full. So whatever, it was kind of a dud. It was kind of a reminder that I should like maybe just chill a little bit more. Like I'm in this building era in my life, and what's been really kind of giving me a lot of hope is just that I truly believe that you kind of will attract your kind of opposite. Not your opposite, but you know, the female version of you. So as long as I'm like leveling up and treating myself well and like trying to stick to and live by my values and ethics, and have like a open heart and like open opportunities and stuff. I think it's it's not this emergency that has to be solved right now. It's like that the like fates and the process, and of course, be a little bit strategic, put yourself out there, but I'm not doomed to live my life with someone that I don't want to because I'm single right now. Like, maybe that's what I'm scared of, is like settling. But yeah, so that and then another date that I thought was gonna like happen on Saturday. That one was a blessing that it fell apart. That's all I'm gonna say, because we talked on the phone. I got her on the phone, and like I called her twice to get her on the phone, and like that's what she said when I picked up. You called me twice, and then she was like, I don't think I need to tear apart people in the dating scene, but right, a quick phone conversation ended it. Like I got to see her personality, she got to see my personality. Like the dog in me would have still went out on the date, but at the end of the day, from that phone call, I was like, oh God, this lady. So yeah, so it was a good, efficient use of time. And I still think the phone game is where it's at for these, especially for people that you don't know in person. Get that little extra bit of phone commitment to talk on the phone and to suss out if you can actually kind of hold a conversation. It's not just like weeks of texting to finally get like the major flake. It's like, or 20-minute phone call. I know what I'm going to try and shoot for when I'm like screening people who I want in my life. I'm going to go for the quicker option. And then, oh my God, I had this story's so embarrassing. I guess I don't even know. I guess maybe if anyone sees this, they can tell me how socially inept this was. Whatever, cute girl on Hinge. I message her. Oh, I like your curly hair. That gives you a point. Like, oh, I'm a big fan of curly hair. That's definitely +1 point. So now you're at -3 points. And then she commented back like, how dare you talk to women that way? You have a -3-inch penis. And it's just like, I'm flirting with you. I'm not saying you're a -3 out of 10. I'm saying in this point system that's imaginary and bullshit, and a flirt, you have -3 just to, to razz, like, you a little bit and get you to banter back. But I guess her banter was like, I am woman, hear me roar. And then, okay, the only thing that's kind of funny about this is like, there's like a canned response when someone's super, like when a girl's super rude to you, and it's like, oh, it's like, you're old. It's like, okay. And then you just kind of, the canned response is, when did you realize you were into old guys? Just kind of twist it on them. Just, it's like playful. It's called passing a shit test. But, that's what I did. Which is like so stupid. I was like, well, when did you realize you were into guys with -3-inch dicks? And of course, like, unmatched, whatever. It's just funny because it's like, well, a guy with a -3-inch dick, that's a woman. That's like a vagina. So what if that was the text that made her be like, I'm trying women. This guy is absolutely right. I am into guys with -3-inch dicks, aka no dicks at all, aka women. So wouldn't that be funny if that like pushed her over the edge? Not that I want to like push anyone over the edge, but I feel like I came at her with flirty energy. She came at me with like blue-haired woman energy, and I'll be willing to reassess my approach. And I can, and I could even, I'm just so perfect in this situation. No, I said something cocky funny, and it was online, and it was to the wrong person, and she had to be ridiculous. So, and then I said something kind of funny back, and it's like, what if it was so funny it was eye-opening and changed her life, changed her sexual orientation? So yeah, so your boy is fucking in the trenches right now. And, there's moments of sadness, but all in all, we're okay. Daylight savings, man. That Monday's rough. That Monday is rough after daylight savings, and I could just tell. The energy of the traffic was off Monday morning. Everyone was in an extra rush. You can tell losing that hour of sleep really cost some people their morning routine the next day. Right? It's not it's not the first night of bad sleep, but that Sunday where you lose the hour, that's fine. But it's the Monday, the 2 days after the sleep, the initial sleep deprivation, that you start realizing you're not operating at full capacity. So I saw that on the road, and I was fucking groggy as fuck, and I don't know, just being tired. Like, you lose so much of your like cognitive ability to stay on top of like yourself, and I could just tell. But I cranked out that Warrior episode, and it's a growing process, but I feel like I didn't repeat myself too much. I maybe said one thing 3 or 4 times, but I posted that episode, and who knows, maybe the homies will watch it and I'll get some feedback. But it was, I enjoyed doing the Warrior episode. I actually started listening to some lectures on The Magician, and really interesting. I'm excited to maybe give this 1 or 2 listens. Right now I'm a little bit disappointed in myself because in the moment I was vibing with it, but right now I'm like, I can remember 3 or 4 facts if I tried really hard, or 3 or 4 like qualities or of the magician. So, or the magus. I think that's what Robert Moore calls it. I've come around at 360. I mean, I'm sure some lectures will be better, or 180. I'm sure some lectures will be better than others, but I'm definitely more than willing to go to those lectures to kind of reflect upon these archetypes. So, Robert Moore, sorry I wasn't captured by some of your other lectures, and it made me question whether it was a bit of a grift. I think that is the right word. But yeah, so yeah, the warrior energy, last night I got my king energy up. Put my realm in order. Felt really good because the kitchen was looking a little messy. Made macaroni salad. This big tub, an entire box of macaroni salad. Made it with thanks to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, it's besides like kind of like strategizing with it or talking through ideas or playing around with it, the most practical thing I've used it for has been recipes and taking those recipes. Like, it'll come up with the recipe and you can say, hey, give me this in a format of a shopping list, and then you can just kind of, I'd probably say 6 times I've looked up dishes through ChatGPT and turned them into shopping lists and ended up making them. And I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep making different things that I crave. Just take that little bit of responsibility, that initiative, because I really enjoy feeling good and eating good, and I don't know if I shame myself. I just for eating fast food. I don't know if I can just tell I feel shitty, or I wonder if that's like a placebo effect. So I'm like, oh, I ate McDonald's, I feel shitty. I know like a Red Bull hangover is fucking real. But yeah, I made some bomb ass macaroni salad, and it's been 3 days of eating it. And you know what? I'm not tired of it yet, even though it's aftertaste city. Too much Dijon mustard. That's my diagnosis of what was wrong with the macaroni salad, but glad I did it. grilled on the steak. It finally got nice. It's so nice out there. It's 70 degrees, which is like good. It's like, oh, I'm wearing a sweatshirt and I'm sweating a little bit. A sweatshirt's too much, guys. We're gonna have the guns out, even though my guns, they'll get perfect. Can't see them. Perfect. My guns are not good. The guns are low millimeters. I don't know. I need to start maybe thinking about the guns as a part of the physique. I don't know why I'm avoiding the guns. But they're, I think after like a month or two of working out, it'll be like obvious that that's an underdeveloped part of my body. So I have to figure out, how do I want to get the guns exercised? But I will say today, the strength felt good. Not the strength felt good. Things felt a little bit easier to maneuver in my day-to-day life. Like there's like maybe some things that are 20 pounds that are a little unwieldy that we handle day to day at work, and I was moving them, and it just felt a little bit stronger. I mean, I'm sore. Feels good. Just despite kind of getting blown out all over the place this weekend, I'm okay. I got a great clip moment. I messaged a guy. He asked me how much. I should have told him how much. I just said, hey, use this. Just know that I'm going to use it probably on my clips page. And if you want to make stuff in the future, crank it out. I'm going to hold to it. I'm going to hold to like my 50 people reaching out to and making clips for 50 different podcasts. I'm going to hold to that until I start... or until I start like asking for money or really like putting myself out there like that. And so that's not exactly what I mean. Like say I make clips for someone, they like it and they come back and I'm still like in the kind of marketing reaching out phase. I'll take that gig. But yeah, that felt really good. To want to be someone to want to pay me for the job. So shout out to that comedian. Okay, that's all I'll say. I had some other insights, but we're on the internet recording ourselves. So the grind continues. April's gonna be hard as fuck because I have shows all the time. Even though one of the shows is on Friday, so that actually might be sick. One of like the bigger commitment shows is on a Friday. So that means I'll have Saturday and Sunday. Just my Friday will be... I might not post that Friday. I don't think I'm going to be able to. There's a small chance I can get a ride there. I have to like... really try and be like, come on. Because that saves me so much time and energy if I can sit passenger and just keep the vibes up for the trip. So hopefully that works out for me. Grilled. It was so fucking good. I grilled some steak. I got these 2 little New York strips. Man, I'm such a noob at grilling. I took them off the grill a little bit too easy. And I know you're supposed to let your steaks sit. I was going to let them sit for 10 minutes and then cut into them. But I'm happy I cut into them right away. Because I basically had to cook them for twice as long. But they came out like just how I like them. And I guess I haven't eaten a ton of New York strips. So the texture was a little bit different. But still, just salt and pepper. Some people do olive oil. I didn't do olive oil for this one because it was on the grill. I think that was the right call. So yeah, I just had a freaking awesome meal of steak and macaroni salad that I made all by myself. So yeah, good little bit of momentum. I need to go grocery shopping. Where are we at? We're at 19 minutes. Okay. Anything else? Like good clip news. Still kind of hustling at the gym. Got blown out a ton. That's life, baby. Let's talk about some advice now. Okay, advice. My roomie's toothbrush is a damn biohazard. What do I do? All right, I'm assuming there are 18-year-old females. Disgusting. See, it's We're so naive. How can I be 33 years old and so naive? It's like I've seen women are people, but you would like maybe lean on the stereotype that they're cleaner than guys, but probably if you're just naive like me, you'd do that. Okay, disgusting toothbrush. Which, like, I want to interrogate them, and I want to interrogate them the bad way without using mind tricks. I just want to ask them, you put that fucking toothbrush in your mouth? Smile for me. Let me see those pearly whites. Are they grimy yellows? Are they slimy yellows? Are they algae yellows? That's kind of, I mean, yeah. Your teeth are in a liquid environment, so the funk that grows on them is kind of like the funk that grows in other liquid environments, aka algae. So yeah, your algae greens. You ain't got pearly whites. That's what I'm trying to say here. God damn it. Okay, so I apologize for any grammar mistakes. Okay, English isn't my first language. I, 18-year-old female, recently moved to a new apartment, which meant I would get a roommate. It has been totally fine except for the fact that her toothbrush is fucking disgusting. Oh man. English. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. If that's like in your bathroom, it's this actually, it's like the moldy fruit. You put the moldy fruit next to good fruit, the mold will just travel through the good fruit, destroying everything. It is the one bad apple ruins the bunch. One moldy toothbrush, anything in there is disgusting. And I hope, that, dear Lord, you're closing the toilet seat when you flush, because you know that's poop particles everywhere. She's doing moldy, fecally toothbrushing. But it's like maybe it's some type of art piece. Maybe she's pranking you. Day 154 of leaving a disgusting toothbrush out until my roommate says anything. I've been ignoring it for a couple months. However, I recently noticed something that looked like mold. Yeah, that's it. Draw the fucking line at mold. Respect. I'm going to be drawing the line at mold too. I had a moment where I wanted to quit. So bad at work. I gotta push through the 4 months or so for myself. So it doesn't feel like a crash out. If I can keep this up for the next 4 months, hopefully I'll have even more momentum on my side. But I'm going to quit like around my 4-year anniversary mark, and I got hired right after the 4th of July. So I've been like, dude, you're going to quit on Independence Day. It's going to be your Independence Day. It's so poetically fucking perfect. So, and I won't feel like it's something that I'm crashing out of. It'll feel like a decision. Okay, little personal career rant, but let's go. Now, every time I go to the bathroom and see that horrific biohazard, I gag so much. Bro, I can't even describe how gross it is. However, I really don't want to just go up to her and tell her how gross it is. She is nice, but very particular about her privacy and can get pretty annoyed at stupid shit. So I think she might get quite irritated if I say anything. What do I do, Reddit? Please help. Boom, 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 boom. Operation Switch Toothbrushes. Okay, have you ever seen Mission Impossible? There's this scene. I watched Mission Impossible not too long ago, and I forget exactly why he's in there. But Tom Cruise has to suspend from the ceiling inside some vault on wires and steal something. It's a pretty iconic scene. I wish I could give you more context, but you know this scene. That's what you need to do. Does your house have a good ventilation system that you can crawl through? Do you have a harness and some heavy-duty wires to suspend yourself from? Do you have a Bluetooth speaker to play the Mission Impossible theme song while doing this? But I was pointing if you do about like your roommates on the toilet. Like, what are you doing? was like, shut up. This is my Mission Impossible moment. Don't you ruin this for me. Your toothbrush is nasty. Smile. I need to see. I need to see if this nasty ass toothbrush is actually competent. It's like, ooh, this did a surprisingly good job. Now, breath test. Breathe on me. It's a fucking biohazard. Yeah, drop it in the toilet. I don't know. What do you think it is, man? I feel the bristles get peeled apart. That's like, I would like to see this toothbrush. I would like to know if it's used or if it's neglected. And if like it's just kind of a show toothbrush. Which it's funny, like I just have a toothbrush out because I know that's what people do, like some sociopathic shit. Like I don't actually use this, but I just know it would be weird if there wasn't a toothbrush here. And they just have no reference of what it's actually like, so they just let it get dirty because it's actually some weird performative like tactic to camouflage in with society. That's probably not the case. That's what's it called? Occam's razor. That's Occam razor. This shit. She's just lazy and naive, and maybe she's got that extra strong toothpaste that covers up the mold. I got some antibacterial, antifungal toothpaste because my brush was growing mold on it. Oh my god, dude. The toothbrush, dude. That's such like an intimate, protected thing. Like I was talking about earlier, the flushing of the toilet with the toilet seat up and the poop particles going everywhere. That was like my first stand-up bit that I never wrote up, but it was like a lot of my jokes are stupid about poop, but it was like this idea that somebody got pleasure from knowing that their roommate was brushing their teeth with a toothbrush that was just like sitting out in the open, so potentially getting bombarded with fecal matter every time someone flushed the toilet. It's a funny premise, I guess. But that was like one of the first like kind of bits I thought up in my head. Dang it, where was I? I was flexing on how long I've been a stand-up comedian. Next episode I'll talk about my newest YouTube obsession. So stay tuned. Yeah, I think the old switcheroo. I mean, I mentioned the Mission Impossible, but you could definitely just show up with a pack of toothbrushes and be like, hey, I think it's time. Let's retire. Do like a little Vikings funeral. I don't know what that would look like. Just chuck the toothbrush into a lake. You know, it goes into the goddamn trash can. I think you could do the old switcheroo. I think you could maybe, I don't know, like stage some sort of accident. Like somehow knock the toothbrush off and volley it up in the air as you're trying to kind of contain it into the toilet in front of her. So you have to be like, oh my god, here's $5 for a new toothbrush. I'm so sorry. In fact, I'm going to the store right now. I'll just buy you a new toothbrush. What do you want? You want name brand? You want Colgate? You want that Listerine toothpaste? Don't even get me started on fluoride. That's what the fluoride does. It keeps the mold off of your toothbrush. This bitch is flossing with baking soda. I don't know. Fluoride is creepy, though. I won't go there because it's the end of the episode. All right, we're back with a great regular episode in the books. That's it for today's episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.